Hello out there, YouTube community. It is Josh with another video of having fun with the federal government. Okay. Joe Biden loves to talk about making the rich pay their fair share of taxes. And I want to talk today about paying taxes, actually. Okay. Because probably in my experiences, with my own personal opinion of wealthy people that have lots of money and people I've talked to that don't have lots of money that view people with lots of money. The number one thing that offends us about wealthy people, and the Democrats love using this, okay, is that the rich don't pay their taxes, which is ironic given the fact that Joe Biden is a Democrat. And I've known about this article for a couple years now. This is actually not a new article. The only reason I took this article is because it is dated September 23rd, 2021. I've posted this on my Facebook multiple times. There's also somebody else that owes taxes that's a Democrat too. And that would be Reverend Al Sharpton. Is Sharpton still indebted to the IRS? Well, let's take a look. Sharpton's history with the IRS dates all the way back to the 1980s. CNN, now mind you, that's a liberal Democrat platform media outlet, notes that he was acquitted of 67 counts of tax evasion, larceny, which is theft, and fraud in 1989. 1993, he pled guilty to a misdemeanor charge, failing to file state taxes. 1986. So as we skip through all of that stuff, okay, the good Reverend here, okay, he's had over 2.8 million in tax liens assessed against him from 1995 to 2010. He still has 2 outstanding warrants for taxes. The reason I'm bringing the 2 of these up, because this is a fact check claim about Sharpton, and this one's just about Joe Biden. They're both Democrats, so are you seeing the pattern here? Okay, the ones that are claiming, well, the rich, evil, greedy conservatives always give tax breaks to the rich, but here we have 2 Democrats that are proven tax cheats. Okay, they're also men of faith. Joe Biden is a Catholic. Okay, he's Roman Catholic faith. That's why he met with the Pope and was still participating in Holy Communion. I grew up Roman Catholic. My mom started me at a Catholic church as a child. I took my first communion at the age of 12. She took me and my sister to Red Lobster afterwards to celebrate, actually, over by the Eastwood Mall in Niles. I remember it well. Okay. And Al Sharpton is a Baptist, so he's non-Roman Catholic Protestant Christian faith. Okay? But what does the Bible say about paying taxes? Well, we have it in Matthew chapter 17. Okay? Jesus and Peter were on their way to Capernaum, and the collectors of the temple tax came to Peter and asked him, "Doesn't your master pay, or your teacher pay the temple tax?" "Yes, he does." And then Peter went into the house. But before Peter even had a chance to speak, Jesus already knew what he was thinking and said, "What do you think, Peter? Do kings tax their own people, or do they tax the people they have conquered?" "Well, they tax the people they have conquered." Trump wanted to do that by making other nations pay the UN fees instead of making us pay UN fees. Okay? So Trump was actually upholding a concept of the Bible, which means Trump was in accordance with God's 10 Commandments. And then look what Jesus says. "Well then, the citizens are free. However, we don't want to offend them. So go down to the lake and throw in a line. Open the mouth of the first fish you catch, and you will find a large silver coin. Take it and pay the tax for both of us." Notice Christ didn't exclude himself from paying taxes while he was here on earth. Okay? Now, why did Christ pay taxes? Well, Christ explains it to us in Matthew 22, starting at verse 15, when the Pharisees challenged him about money. And he says, "Give to Caesar all that belongs to Caesar." Man created money. God did not create money in economic systems. Man did. The Egyptians historically were the first ones to create printed and minted money. Okay? So honestly, if you're a person of faith and you're cheating on your taxes the way Al Sharpton and Joe Biden are, essentially, you're trying to say you have more authority than Jesus Christ? Mm-mm. My grandfather taught me about paying taxes when I was a child with a lesson that it upholds these biblical concepts without using these scripture verses. Okay? He told me, Josh, sometimes in life you have to do things you don't like doing. And that's just life. None of us really like paying taxes. We don't have our like having our money stripped away by force when we're working hard for it. Me personally, I file my taxes because it's the law. I don't like what the government spends it on, and I'm all for the IRS enforcing tax laws on tax cheats regardless of their political affiliations, such as Al Sharpton, who claims to be a Christian and does a lot of public prayers. My guess is he seems to think that Matthew 17 and Matthew 22 don't apply to him. The same with Joe Biden. Joe Biden obviously thinks that Matthew 22 and 17 don't apply to him either. Okay. But I'll let you folks go ahead and watch the video and make your own determinations of what you think should be done about people like this in society. Me, I look at it like this, okay? When I die, I'm going to stand before God, and God's going to want to know and give an account for what I've done with the life he's given me. I'm just putting the facts out there for these people. Like, I pay my taxes. I file my returns. Every penny that I legally get that is reportable income, I report. Okay? In fact, I even have, I'm going to go grab the statement real quick right off my dresser. This is last year's tax return, 2021. There's a great tax service right here in my area. She has been doing taxes since I was a child for like 40 some years, and she's right up the road from my house. But look, this is my 401k that I cashed in, okay? The left is the total value. I had them take the additional taxes out immediately. I only received approximately half of what it's actually worth. Okay? It's money. I can go to work and make more. I can work overtime and make more. Okay? I can get a second job if I need to. I can take the money I have and balance my budget so I don't go into debt. Okay? My mom taught me to hate money. And Jesus says right in the Bible, you can't love him and love money. You can't serve two masters. But I'm going to let you guys make your own determinations and your own interpretations of the information I'm presenting in this video. All I know is Joe Biden says he wants to make the wealthy pay their fair share. Maybe he ought to start with tax cheat Al Sharpton and himself. That way he can lead by example, and then maybe people will start listening to his hypocritical lying ass. Take care and have a good one, guys.